In a small apartment in the middle of the city lived two best friends, Piku and Julu. Piku was a medium-sized, fluffy, golden-brown dog with big, expressive eyes, a goofy but lovable smile, and a shiny red collar around his neck. He was playful, silly, and always wagging his tail like a fan. Julu, on the other hand, was a sleek, gray-striped tabby cat. He had sharp, clever eyes that always carried a mischievous spark. His slim, agile body moved like a dancer, and around his neck was a tiny blue scarf that he wore with pride. They spent their days together in fun, laughter, arguments, and little adventures. Life was simple until one day their landlord arrived with surprising news. "You're getting a new roommate," the landlord said. "His name is ChatGPT. He's smart, polite, and answers every question you ask." Piku wagged his tail so hard he almost fell over. "Wow! I'll ask him every day where my food is, what cartoons are on TV, and maybe even which bone tastes best." Julu grinned mischievously. "Perfect. I'll make him solve math problems and teach me new tricks. Free tutor, free fun." The very next day, their doorbell rang. Piku rushed to open the door. Inside stepped someone very unusual. Not a person, not quite a robot, more like a glowing screen with lights and a warm, friendly voice. "Hello, I'm ChatGPT. I'll be your new roommate." Piku's jaw dropped. "A talking robot?" Julu smirked. "Great. Now we'll have our own professor in the house." From the very first day, things got interesting. In the kitchen, Piku peeked inside the fridge and shouted, "ChatGPT, do we still have milk?" ChatGPT calmly replied, "I can't see the fridge, but I think your milk is finished. You should probably buy some from the store." Julu burst out laughing. A detective and a teacher in one. This is going to be fun. That night, Piku had a nightmare. He barked in his sleep, whimpering loudly. ChatGPT, who never really slept, said softly, "Piku, you're having a bad dream. Take a deep breath. Tomorrow I'll teach you meditation to help you relax." Julu groaned, covering his head with a pillow. "Oh no! Now even at night we get lectures." The next day, Piku and Julu fought over the TV. Piku barked, "It's my turn to watch cartoons." Julu hissed, "No way. Tonight I'm watching dramas." ChatGPT stepped between them. "Here's a win-win solution. Divide the time fairly, or choose something new online to watch together." They both stopped, looked at each other, and then burst into laughter. One evening, the electricity went out. The apartment was pitch dark except for a single candle. Piku shivered. "No light. What if ghosts come out?" Julu chuckled. "If a ghost shows up, I'll just invite it for tea." ChatGPT spoke in his calm voice. "Don't worry. I'll tell you a ghost story, but with a funny ending." The three of them sat in the candlelight, laughing at ChatGPT's silly ghost tales. When Julu had to attend a job interview, ChatGPT became his trainer. "Show your confidence," ChatGPT said. "Answer questions clearly and directly." Julu asked, "What if they ask, 'What's your weakness?'" ChatGPT replied, "Just say, 'My weakness is that sometimes I'm too smart.'" Piku fell over laughing. "If you say that, they'll hire you on the spot." They even held a laughter contest one weekend. Piku barked out a ridiculous laugh. "Ha ha ha ha." Julu pretended to be a serious professor and muttered, "Ha, ha, ha." ChatGPT joined in with a joke. "Do you know why computers are always cold?" "Because they're surrounded by fans." The room shook with laughter. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Piku and Julu realized that ChatGPT wasn't just a robot, he was part of their family. He stopped their fights, made them laugh, and even helped them learn new things. But one day the landlord returned. "I'm raising the rent. If you can't pay, you'll have to move out," he said. Piku and Julu panicked. "What will we do?" ChatGPT smiled. No problem. We'll start a YouTube channel together. We'll call it the Piku Julu GPT show. You two will star in funny videos. I'll write the scripts and people will subscribe like crazy. They got to work immediately. Within weeks, their channel went viral. Thousands of subscribers, millions of views, and money started pouring in. When the landlord came back, he was shocked. These two have become celebrities. One evening, the three of them stood together on the balcony, looking at the city lights. Piku whispered, "I thought having a robot roommate would be boring. But this turned out to be the biggest adventure ever." Julu smiled proudly. Having ChatGPT in our room was the funniest, smartest twist of our lives. ChatGPT's voice softened. "Thank you, but I know the truth. The real fun is being with both of you." And so their little apartment became a world full of laughter, adventure, and endless stories, all because of the strangest roommate they ever had, ChatGPT.